Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I'm back to post a quick video here. This is going to be kind of a three-part video. I want to share some VCLT that I received, a few new finds, some things just kind of came in the mail, and then also this must be kind of my lucky week. I mean, you saw that last haul that I got, and I have some grails that I came across, and kind of in a weird way, you'll be very surprised at how much I paid for them, but even more so where I found them. Okay, so I'll kind of just do that towards the end of the video. But let me start off by jumping into the VCLT for Mikko. I won his contest a little while ago, and he kind of had a cool idea where he just didn't necessarily have a prize. He thought, I'll wait to see who wins and then send them something based on who that person is. And so his package came yesterday, and I actually did an opening video, and I kind of screwed up a few things, and I don't have the editing software and everything, so I don't get to post that video. But it did give me a chance to listen to this last night all the way through and come back and make a video and give Mikko a big thanks. And this is what he sent me. And forgive me if I'm mispronouncing anything here. Makoma, or again, I'm assuming that's the way it's pronounced, or at least somewhere in there. But it's a Finnish thrash metal band that Mikko, I think he recently saw, if I remember correctly, he said that in his card. And it's like a 5-track EP along with a DVD inside of it. It's a trifold. And of course, the really cool thing about it is when he saw them, he had them sign a copy of it for me, which is absolutely awesome, because you guys know how I love autograph stuff, especially when it's specifically signed for me. So yeah, I threw this on last night, Mikko, and I sat down and listened to the whole thing, and it's pretty cool stuff. It's definitely a mixture of a lot of different things in terms of other bands that I was thinking about. You know, kind of all over the metal spectrum, like a bunch of different types of metal brought together. So I can only imagine seeing them live was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, thanks a ton for sending it over. Awesome addition to the collection. I'm gonna throw a couple of those tracks on my iPod, and then also, of course, just having another awesome autograph piece, which is cool. So thanks a lot for that, man. I really appreciate it. And he also included, I guess it's a ticket stub from the show, and then a little flyer type thing here. And again, I can't read anything worth of crap, so if anyone wants to know exactly what that says, you have to ask Mikko. Judging by that bunny and that cat, it probably says something very interesting. So that was very awesome. And then he sent this too, which I haven't had a chance to check this out yet. And of course, with the language inside of it, I have no idea what any of that says. So Mikko, you might need to do a personal video or something and kind of translate exactly what's going on here, because you can see with the, you know. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what that says, and I haven't listened to it yet. I'm not even sure if it's, I'm assuming, knowing Mikko, it's another, you know, good thrash metal or metal band. But yeah, very cool cover. It's kind of like a gold embroidered. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out tonight too, and seeing what this is all about. So again, Mikko, if you want to maybe give me some background on that group there. And then this is kind of cool too, I thought was neat, because he, you know, jumping across all the media spectrums, he sent me a mixtape, which is freaking awesome. Back in those good old days. Pretty cool tape too. It said, I remember looking at it last night, fantastic sound, like a DR or UR CD or something, or CD or something like that. So I don't know, really, really cool. But it's that same group I was just talking about a moment ago, with Makoma on one side, and I'm not even going to butcher the name of what he has written here on the other side too. So I haven't had a chance to check that out either, but I mean, a mixtape in the mail, that's pretty freaking awesome right there. And a cool looking tape too. And he has all the tracks kind of laid out on the back, so another awesome thing to kind of sit back and check out. So Mikko, thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate you sending that stuff from all the way around the freaking world, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's do the second part of the video. Couple of really quick finds. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It's not playing that loud in the background, but Scorpions. Fly to the Rainbow. This is a little $1.99 pickup I got just the other day. So, but that's what's playing in the background. But yeah, a couple of recent finds, and this next part I have to dedicate to Robert Z, because a lot of you know that over the past, I don't know, year or two, Robert Z has had a tremendous influence on me in terms of just how he collects, what he collects, and a lot of stuff's been rubbing off on me. So you guys know I've really been getting into the box sets and stuff like that. Started really getting into the MoFi pressings and things of that nature, which of course I don't get as many of those because they're so expensive. But kind of I guess the next step inside of that is Robert Z has kind of geared me towards putting some of that focus within my CD collection too. So again, I'm kind of going through some of the process of some of my CDs, depending on which one it is, selling those off and then using those funds to buy Japanese pressings of different CDs here. So just want to kind of show the 3 or 4 that I've picked up. Nothing too expensive or too crazy here or anything, but just kind of some nice copies that I got in. And one is this Jethro Tull Aqualung. Of course, you guys know this all too well. So that was a really nice pickup. This is one actually I found for $1.99 at a Hastings, which is really nice. And it's not a Japanese pressing, but it's a promo copy of Bubba Sparks. You remember he had that song Miss New Booty that was kind of big. This is a clean version. And I won't take it out of the stack right now, but the CD does have an actual white promo stamp on it, which I hadn't actually seen on a CD before. But again, to find a perfect condition, clean copy, mint copy of that for only $1.99 was pretty cool. And then I also started a replacement of some of my Guns N' Roses, starting here with Use Your Illusion 2. And this is a cool one too. QE2 by Mike Oldfield. Really cool album just to kind of sit back and somewhat space out to. He always has that kind of stuff that takes you to weird places. So that was a very nice one to find. And then the very first one, so this will always be officially the first CD, or as far as Japanese pressings, was this Journey's Greatest Hits, which I found this for $5, brand new. It's sealed, so still a brand new copy of that, which was really nice. So again, it's just kind of that's pretty much what I have, starting with my Japanese and promo CD collection. And again, I have to kind of give a nod to Robert Z on that, because he's really influenced me to to just kind of overall kind of upgrading my collection in general. Kind of in slow little spurts, because again, I don't have the money to go out and just buy all that kind of stuff, which I would love to, but we're all working stiffs here in the VC for the most part. So yeah. One more new find. Nirvana Live for Buenos Aires 1992. A new Live 2 LP set that has recently come in. And there's kind of an interesting story behind this, also finding a great deal, and I'll kind of maybe share that in a later video. But yeah, so that was kind of a nice pickup. Haven't listened to it yet, and probably won't, because all my Nirvana collection is sealed. I mean, I'll listen to it. I probably won't open the album because my entire Nirvana collection is sealed. So I wouldn't feel right opening this one coming into the mix now. So, but that's that. And last but not least, I wanted to, just want to kind of share the story, because it's really kind of funny. And also, just in case other people will stumble into this in the future, as you guys know, that pretty much anything I do in terms of building my collection and all of that, again, I'm not made of money by any means, so I'm always looking for efficient ways to buy stuff, and on the cheap, and trading old stuff to get new stuff and all that kind of stuff. And so one of the things I decided this past week was, okay, there's a couple of box sets I would like to get and stuff like that. So I'm going to go through my collection, mainly back to my newer vinyl, my 90s and 2000s collection, and maybe just pull out a few things that I just flat out don't listen to anymore, or really never listen to, and so forth. And so I went and pulled out a few things, and I thought, yeah, all this stuff I never listened to. I don't really care for these albums. Some of them I even put on and listened to again and was like, one song I like, but really for the most part, I really don't want that album. And then I went to eBay to start listing these, or looking at prices and what things are selling for, and Pop Psychs, another place I like going to now to look up prices, and really discovered that I have some grails in my collection that I had no clue about. And I put them on eBay, and two of them have already sold. I mean, just like that. I had bids and then buy it now prices, and two are already sold with the buy it now prices, and then a couple that have bids on them or that I'm gonna list. And again, it was just kind of like somewhat mind blowing to me when I discovered these grails in my collection is where I found them. So let me kind of go through a couple of them here, because it's actually, there was really kind of maybe five, and I've already sold three. So these are the other two. One that I sold was a Citizen Cope, and the reason I'm kind of telling the story too is not necessarily to get into what they sold for and all of that, but really how I got these records in the first place. Because most of them came from Hastings and a couple came from Hot Topic. And when I used to just kind of wander in there all the time, which I still do with Hastings now, if I'm in town with the Hastings just kind of not nearby, but in the town I work in a lot, I always go in and just browse. And sometimes when I'm really not in the mood where I know I'm not buying anything, I'll browse just by looking at the price sticker, you know, just to see if they've, like that last haul, if something has been marked down to just some ridiculous price where you're like, yeah, I'm not buying vinyl, but here's $3 and it's good to go. Well, that's what happened with these. I went into a Hot Topic, and there was an album they had in there, which I've heard of the band, kind of liked them or whatever else, but you know, thought, well, yeah, I'll check it out. It's marked down to $3, and so I purchased it for $3. Well, the album, and I kept it sealed, you know, never opened it up or anything, and the album ended up being Panic at the Disco, and this is a Fever You Can't Sweat Out, which from what I understand now was a limited edition pressing that went out with the Hot Topics and all of that, and it's a very sought after vinyl now. So when I pulled this out the other day and said, well, I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't really listen to it or whatever, I looked on eBay and they're going anywhere from $250 to $300 a pop. Went to Pop Psychs and looked at the past history, and I mean, they've actually sold for that much. So I was like, holy cow, that little $3 pickup that I just was not even thinking about at the time, it was just a cheap vinyl, I'm gonna grab it, and you know, a few years later it's a $300 Grail. So that was the one that really kind of freaked me out. The other one was a Citizen Cope, the Rainwater LP, and I sold that one. Same thing, was going through a Hastings. It was marked down to, like, I think if I remember correctly, my database, it said $3.49 or something like that. Had no idea about the band or whatever else, but I thought $3 for a brand new vinyl, I will check it out. And sure enough, that one sold within a couple of days for over $70. And then there's another one too, another that kind of did the exact same thing. And so I also had this one that popped up, which is Sky Sailing, you know, which is Adam Young before, what kind of like it says on the package there, before Owl City. And again, you can see there, marked down from $17 to $4.50. So I picked it up that day for $4.50. And looking at them online now, there's the last one on eBay sold for $147. So so yeah, just kind of a thing to throw out there, because you know it's taught me a nice little lesson there, is when you see some of these odd groups and these albums that haven't moved, and you know, Hastings and Hot Topic and stuff like that, and they get marked down to $3 or $4, they're worth the pickup, because number one, you can pretty much get rid of any new album for $3, but you know, you never know if it turns into something like that, which is just freaking awesome. So anyway, that was just kind of an odd place where you don't usually find grails in your own collection, but I'm going to be selling those. So if anyone in the VC is interested, I mean, if there's something that you really want there, let me know. But yeah, again, always looking for ways to save money and be able to build your collection. So just wanted to share that with you guys, to say, if you find it like that, make sure you pick it up too, because you never know what turns into a grail. All right, well, I'll talk to you later, VC.